I've got standards, and one woman will not complete the standards I have. I'm going to need two or three. You should see the response you get, the way you are looked upon. And the position, the framing is, if you cared about me, if you saw me as important, it's all about me, me, me. A man should be sacrificing unfortunately, for the other party, for the woman, constant. This is the programming that we have been subjected to, and we don't even know it.
Divorce actually broke me. And it didn't just break me mentally, physically. It broke every belief that I had about myself, about my family, about the people around me. And it made me question everything that I knew, because my whole life I was doing what I was told. And when that didn't work out for me, it shook everything, and it shook me to my core.
You've got a woman who's telling you about all the bad things all men have done. But what she won't tell you is that how many guys has she been speaking to? Her bad experiences of marriage, was that coming from her marrying her cousin that the dad's told her to marry? Maybe that issue is pretty much at home rather than all men.
I really loved him. I think everybody dreams of the Prince Charming that comes along. And in my opinion, at that time, it was not something that we couldn't get over. You know, it did get a lot worse. So I think I just kind of thought to myself, oh, it's okay. It won't always be like that. I think that when we love people, we make allowances for people. I do think that we make excuses for people.
There was a period post-divorce where I was sleeping on my mother's sofa. I then ended up in rented accommodation for a while. Within a year, my ex-wife had remarried and had moved to another part of the UK, which was an hour away, which had profound implications for the children and how often I would see them. Everything that I had built up as my identity had been stripped away.
Infidelity was the grounds for the divorce to be issued. So that obviously was continuing. So I couldn't make sense of, if you're doing this, why are you not setting me free? It's only when I stepped out of the situation I realized maybe it was a control thing.
Our imams and Sunnah knowledge, they are not trained in counseling. When couples go to see imams, they are not speaking to someone who's going to try to understand the root causes, and they don't take into account feelings much. And women feel like as if they've not been heard. They feel like as if men only understand men when it comes to the imams and taking the husband's side.
What is your mahar requirement?
I'm going to say around 5k and a cat.
5k and a cat?
Yes.
Could you explain the cat bit?
Sure. My mom won't let me get a cat. I've always wanted one. And she said when I get married, I can get one.
And I just said to Allah that if this is what you've decided for me, that I'm supposed to be married to this man, I accept your will and I accept it wholly and I let go. And that created an internal shift in me, because when I accepted it, I stopped being affected by his abuse. And when he realized she's just getting on with her life, he started behaving in the most crazy way. It's called narcissistic collapse.
Given that I'm in my 30s, I do tend to come along with a lot of divorced people. And some of these guys were the ones who probably had an arranged marriage, when they were in their 20s, and then they've tried to make a relationship work that hasn't worked. But then because they missed out on, I say fun in quotations, in their 20s, like the 30s is the new 20s for them. They're not very serious at all.
Women are feeling controlled, judged, emotionally neglected, or potentially even abused by someone who has presented themselves as very religious. Individuals may use religion to avoid accountability. So Islam says you must obey me. You're being un-Islamic for questioning me. This creates a power imbalance and can become spiritually manipulative. And that's not Islam. That is misuse of Islam.
I did also get to a point where I lost faith. Like I've left a court hearing and it's gone completely left. And I was like, I've lost everything. And I blamed it all on God. I did sit down and I repented. I repented because that day a reminder come up on my phone and it said, just have sabr. Literally just those words. And to me it was, I've just disowned Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he's still calling me back.